From which European country did Belgium gain independence in 1830? Netherlands. When was the first Opium War held between Britain and China? 1853. Which European country joined the Britain in Second Opium War fight against China between 1856 to 60? France. Next. Which war formerly came to an end with Treaty of Portsmouth? Russo-Japanese War. Next. Which country is associated with Boxer Rebellion? China. When was Burma, now Myanmar, annexed and become a port of Britain Empire in India? 1885. Which was known as Siam, Thailand. Which country had never been colonized? Thailand. Which was the only Asian imperialist country? Japan. What was Boxer Rebellion? An anti-foreign movement in China. In which country Aztec civilization was originates? USA. When were the Triple Alliance comprising Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy formed? 1882. When was the Triple Entente comprising France, Russia and Britain formed? 1907. Next. When did USA declare war on Germany during the First World War? 16 April 1917. Who was the leader of revolution in Turkey after First World War? Mustafa Kemal. Next. Who is known as the founder of the Republic of Turkey? Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. When was the Treaty of Versailles signed with Germany? 28th June 1919. Treaty of Versailles was drawn up in 1919 between the Allied power and Germany. When did Russian Revolution, also called Bolshevik Revolution or October Revolution, takes place? 1917. Next. Who was the autocratic ruler of Russia when the Russian Revolution took place? Karl Nicholas II. The leader of the Bolshevik was Vladimir Frank Ulyanov, popularly known as Lenin. Which country is associated with Brady Society? Bloody Society, Russia. The fall of Karl in Russia is known as February Revolution. Which parties in Russia did advance the slogan "All power to the Soviet"? Bolsheviks Party. Next. Who wrote the book Mein Kampf, literally meaning My Struggle? Adolf Hitler. The worldwide economic crisis exting, ex, exting, the worldwide economic crisis organizing in USA began in 1929. The, the only country which not affected by the economic crisis in 1929-33 was the Soviet Union. When was the new economic policy introduced in Russia? 1921. Who had organized the Red Army? Trotsky. Who was the founder of national movement in China? Sun Yat-sen. Next. When was the Communist Party of China formed? 1921. Who was the first president of Republic China? Sun Yat-sen. During which dynasty did Buddhists reach in zenith in China in terms of popularity? Tang. The original home of Egyptian Egyptians was India. When was the African Nation Congress formed? 1912. When did Soviet Union become the member of League of Nations? 1934. When the Soviet Union did sign a non-aggression pact with Germany? 1939. When was the NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization for defense against Soviet Union? 1949. When did Burma become an independent country? On 4th January 1948. Next, which country is associated with Zionist movement? Palestine. When was the State of Israel proclaimed? 1948. Which year regarded as the Africa Years? 1960. Which country is associated with Mau Mau rebellion? Gambia. When was the first summit conference of non-aligned nations held? September 1961. When was the Warsaw Pact dissolved? 1991. Next, when was the Berlin Wall opened? 1989. Renaissance started in first in Italy. Next, when did Greco-Persian War end? 1449 BC. The terms liberty, equality, fraternity associated with French Revolution. The Industrial Revolution first took place in Germany. The Franco-Prussian War 1870-1871 was ended with the sign of Treaty of Paris. Next, when and where was the Alta Conference held? 1945, Soviet Union. Next, the book Social Contract was written by Rousseau, who raised the slogan "No taxation without representation." American colonies, who defined democracy as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Abraham Lincoln. The fall of Bastille is associated with the French Revolution 1789. Next, who is regarded as the founder of scientific socialism? Karl Marx. Next, Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto were written by Karl Marx, who was directly associated with French Revolution. Voltaire. The idea of liberty, equality, and fraternity were emphasized by Rousseau. The Boston Tea Party took place in 1773. Next, during the period of Renaissance, new style of architecture first developed in Italy. When did the Second World War end? 1945. Who was associated with Enlightenment philosophy? Voltaire. Enlightenment philosophy rala Voltaire. Which event is most closely associated with the French Revolution? Region of Terror. Who said task of representing the people has been given to rich? Rousseau. Which on which day did storming of the ballistic occurs? 14th July 1789. What did ballistic symbolize? Despotic power of the king. Next, who was the king of France at the time of the Revolution? Louis XVI. Political body of France. State General. The State General was last converted in 1614. A broken chain symbolized act of becoming free. Members of the Jacobean clubs were known as sans culottes. When did Hitler become the Chancellor of Germany? January 30, 1933. Who offered chancellorship to Hitler? Hindenburg. Who? When did Hitler join German Workers' Party? 1919. The Great Depression was a period of economic crisis. What was Dawes plan? A plan to easy representation terms of Germany. Next. Who was the propaganda minister of Hitler? Goebbels. What was the deadliest battle of World War One? Battle of Somme. What was the first Britain battle in World War One? Battle of Mons. Which country made the first declaration of World War One? Austria. Next. What was another name of World War One? The war to end of all wars. Who was the leader of Germany in World War One? Wilhelm II. Germany invention invasion of which country started World War II? Poland. Who was leader of England during World War II? Winston Churchill. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during the World War II? Joseph Stalin. Which was the most important battle in World War II? Battle of Stalingrad. What was the last battle of World War II? Battle of Okinawa. During the First World War, which country signed the peace treaty in 1917 with Germany? Russia. The last country of Axis power to surrender during the end of the World War II was Japan. Next. Who became the Chancellor of Germany for one day after death of Hitler during the Second World War? Joseph Goebbels. The Hundred Years' War 1337 to 1453 was fight between England and France. When was the first of Geneva Convention on the Treatment of War Victims adopted? 22 August 1864. The War of Falklands was fought between which two countries, England and Argentina? Next, the term Cold War was coined by Bernard Baruch. The Franco-Prussian War 1870-71 was ended with the sign of Treaty of Versailles. Next. The Bloody Revolution 1688 was started in which country? England. Who gave the famous quotes? Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Abraham Lincoln. In which European country feudalism process was first started? French. Next. Pearl Harbor, an American naval and air base, was attacked by Japan. Who was popularly known as African Gandhi? Nelson Mandela. Democracy is a government in which everyone has a share was the opinion of Abraham Lincoln କହିଥିଲେ. Marco Polo was a traveler from Italy. ଏତିକିରେ ଆମର ୱାର୍ଲଡ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ସରିଲା. ନେକ୍ସଟ ପାର୍ଟରେ ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ୍ ବା ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଅଫ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଏନ୍ସିଏଣ୍ଟରୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବା. ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସୋ ମଚ୍.